Today we'll be teaching you about the properties of exponents and how to use them correctly.
There are many rules to keep in mind while learning exponents. An exponent is a number that indicates how many times you should really multiply a number to itself. For example, 2 to the third power really means 2 times 2 times 2, which equals 8.
The exponent is showing how many of that variable that you have. Another example of this is x to the power of 7, which would really be 7 x's multiplied by each other. The first equation we have for you is x to the power of 4 times x to the power of 6, which basically is saying that all you need to do is add the exponents. The reason you do this is because it is saying that you have a group of 4 x's multiplied by each other times a group of 7 x's multiplied by each other. And if you count all the x's out, you actually have x to the power of 10.
The next problem that we will be showing is a little bit more difficult, but is very similar to the other equation. The equation is x to the 7 over x to the third. When you have exponents that are being divided, it is like subtraction. They are canceling out each other to get one exponent left, the answer. You can also think of this equation like having 7 x's on top and 3 x's on the bottom. You can cancel out the x's because they are all being multiplied by each other. So when you have canceled out all of them, you should have x to the 4.
Another type of problem that you might encounter while working with exponents is something similar to x squared times y to the 4th cubed. This is a very tricky problem because the y is being added into the equation. However, solving this is relatively simple. Inside the parentheses, it is showing that the x squared and the y to the 4th are being multiplied together. Since this is happening, you can just think of these as one group and work it out similar to how you would if you were given something similar to 12x squared. With this problem, you can think of it as 3 groups of x squared times y to the 4th, which is equivalent to x times y times y times y times y, and 3 groups of those. Once you get to this step, you can just count how many x's and y's there are in total, then make them into one expression, which is x to the 6 times y to the 12. There's actually a shortcut in this process where you can just multiply the cubed to the x and to the y exponents, and you will get the same answer.
This problem is a challenge problem. The equation is x squared times y cubed to the power of 0. This problem is very simple but may be hard to understand. The basic rule is that anything to the power of 0 is 1. So in this case, everything in this parentheses is turned into 1.
The very last problem that we have for you is x to the power of 4 plus y to the power of 3 squared. This problem is very tricky because it can be easily confused with x to the power of 4, y to the power of 3 squared. Since in this equation we have a plus sign included, you have to expand everything. You can't just multiply the exponents together. The equation is really saying x to the power of 4 plus y to the power of 3 times x to the power of 4 plus y to the power of 3. So basically, you just need to FOIL the equation out, so you get x to the power of 8 plus 2x to the power of 4, y to the power of 3 plus y to the power of 6.
Thank you guys for watching our video on the properties of exponents. We hope that you now have a better understanding of exponents and their properties.